Bit of music you just heard is a piece I wrote called the Karina Suite, and I wrote it on this. And the message of that piece of music is ultimately triumphant, and I think that's the message of this book. It's a triumphant book. Severe ME, featuring Justice for Karina Hansen, is out. It's available at long last. It's a heroic book because it features voices from people with severe ME and carers and advocates and professionals from all over the world. And the book forms an extraordinary unity of voice. All these voices speaking, sharing a common experience, and that experience is one of denial, misrepresentation, isolation, not being taken seriously, just being left to get on with it. It can't continue, the situation. It's a situation facing people with severe ME must be one of the greatest medical scandals ever. The sheer neglect of people in so much pain and agony. My wife's been ill for the last 20 years. I don't think there's been one moment in all that time when she hasn't been in throbbing agony all over her body. It's very, very difficult. But things will change. I believe in change, passionately believe in change. And I hope that this book can be an instrument of change if it reaches the right people. And for people like myself, carers, for people with severe ME, this book contains the wisdom, the knowledge we've picked up along the way, 20 years of insight and experience into living with very severe ME. And it's not just about coping, it's about challenging, it's about getting up and saying, no more am I going to put up with this. And to do that you need to understand the politics behind ME. You need to have a very good grasp of the biomedical reality behind severe ME. So if you're going to talk to a doctor or a consultant, that you've got a background, at least in the major areas of dysfunction. And the book doesn't just deal with the politics with the medical background, it also looks at the struggles of people to cope. And it goes into some depth on understanding the symptoms. That is so very, not an easy area. If I make the slightest wrong noise around my wife, it's absolutely catastrophic. Very easy to misinterpret that. Very easy to react to the behaviour, not to the person, and not be able to see it in context. So we spend a lot of time giving some insight into the symptoms of ME and why somebody might react as they do. And I share some of my own experience in the book of how I cope as a carer. But it's the voices from people from Australia, from Europe, from Canada, from America that really brings this book alive. It's I don't think anybody could read this book and be in any doubt of the dire situation that is severe ME. It's quite, well, it's very shocking, the stories here. The story after story after story of neglect. Here's the book. It's been a long, long journey. I would like to thank everybody who's contributed to this book, especially the people with severe ME themselves, who at enormous cost have gone out of their way to write so powerfully and contribute to the book. My prayer is it helps, and again my prayer is this book will help bring about the change that is so desperately required. Book is written with love.